Don't think about going north to Alaska, even though the race is on. Hey, it's Bryon back with a beer review, and here I believe is a first for me. Using my phone, I can't check Untapped while I do this, because if y'all would watch my videos more, I could get a better camera. Anyway, I wouldn't have to use my phone for this silliness. We have from Anchorage Brewing Company in Anchorage, Alaska, no doubt. I believe it's Don't Think About It is the name of the beer. So there you go. This is interesting. One thing I love, and I wish other brewers would do this, it would make making recipes easier. We have a double India Pale Ale brewed with Citra Incognito, fermented with thiol boosting yeast, DDH with Simcoe. So I'm going to say double dry hopped. Motueka, Sabro, and Tallest hops. I guess Motueka. So of those, I've used Citra and Simcoe. I think I've heard of Sabro, but I haven't heard any of the other ones. I also don't know what thiol boosting yeast means. I'm going to have to look that up. I've got to learn a lot. I've been gone for too long. 8.4%, and it is a full pint, so we've got a bigger glass. The Hurricane glass from Hard Rock Cafe. Yeah, my daughter tried to give me the pens back that I gave to her many years ago that was in the same container. I don't know what I ever did with the wine. I think I took it to my parents' house once and left it. I don't drink wine. I can't tolerate the sulfides. So, I don't know if there's a winery down the street. I had to see if they actually have sulfides and all their stuff. I would love to. Years ago, I had a coworker who'd made his own wine. He had a peach wine, and it was pretty good. No sulfides. So, man, that is an interesting mix because it's quite cloudy, as you can see. That is very cloudy. It's almost like a milkshake IPA kind of look. And it has a very citrusy nose. But there's something lingering in the background. It's a little funky. So let's see if I can get to the beer. Wow. For a double IPA, although I don't really know why it's double. I mean, it's a single IPA is not 4%, but it's what they call them when you get over about 7. That is unbelievably smooth. You don't know that that's 8.4%. It is sweet, which is odd, because normally, this has been sitting out a little bit, but not really enough. Normally these are cold, they're bitter as crap. That is, I wonder what the IBUs are on that, because it feels low. It feels very low, and the can doesn't say. And this is just a wrapped can. Because you can feel a seam right here. So the wrap is just the artwork. It's a black can with their logo, and then this is kind of like you can almost peel it off. Feels like right there. Right there. I don't know if you can see that seam, but man, there's like a very mild hint of booziness. I mean, just late, and it's not a burn. It's just kind of a hint. Wow, you could drink, and this is out of the can, and there's no widget doing the nitrogen injection like a Guinness or something like that. It's got really good head. Like this is like, if this is a bright tank, they're using a tiny air stone. Well, maybe a big air stone, but tiny holes in it. Because I don't know if you can see that. I mean, and it's just, and you can see it's effervescent. The bubbles are coming up. This is like like it's, it's secondary to get the carbonation in it, and then canned. No, I do also wonder, DDH, I'm imagining that's double dry hopped. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're dry hopping in the fermenter and then in secondary, or they're dry hopping when they bottle can it. My understanding of like Sierra Nevada does with torpedoes, they have this thing that they fill with hops. It's called a torpedo. It's a big cone, and when they go to bottle it, they pump the beer through, and the alcohol pulls out the essence out of the hops. I think I got my story right. It's been years since I went to that Sierra Nevada tasting. I think even Glenn was still alive. Man, that's been, it's been almost 10 years since he passed. Anyway, I don't want to belabor the point anymore, but this, for a double IPA, this is incredibly smooth. Incredibly smooth. I like the level of citrus is not overbearing. It doesn't taste like I'm drinking some kind of slushy. I've had some ones where they were almost overly orangey. Especially that they got Simcoe in here and Citra. And I'm gonna have to look up these other ones to see what flavors they have. But there's like this hint of bitterness. There's a hint of funkiness, which I really like. It's citrusy, kind of orangey, a little bit of, not tangerine. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe apricot. I don't know. There's some flavor. It's peach, maybe. What's the peach? Is the tangerine the peach nectar in an orange, or a nectarine? I don't know. Anyway, those goofy hybrids. But no, that's fantastic. That is a 5 out of 5, and I don't know what to classify this really as. It is a cloudy ass IPA. I mean, the coloring, if you wanted to be persnickety about an IPA, it shouldn't be that cloudy and it should be darker. But that is fantastic. So, and I can't remember if I got another one of theirs or not, because it was $8 for this. So they're at Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati, or Fairfield technically. But man, don't think about it. Solid. And I don't know who this is supposed to be. I don't know if that's a Lord of the Rings thing or whatever. Looks like smokestacks there. I don't know. But anyway, and it says art by Massive, I don't know, is that Face or Phage? There's like a little thing that I can't quite tell if it's supposed to be a G or a C. But anyway, 5 out of 5 for me. Is there anything else from Anchorage? Next time I'm in Cincy and I go to buy Jungle Gyms in Fairfield, 12 minutes from where I used to live. I lived for almost 20 years. And it was actually quicker, and then they put a new light in 5-6 years after we moved in. There was a, I forget what road that was, but they put a light in, had enough accidents. Basically, it had enough houses got built, and enough people moved in, enough traffic that they needed to let people turn left. It's a very odd road on, that's Mac Road, coming up the hill past the church. Yeah, because that's South Gilmore. The problem is there's 2 streets that swap names at the county line. So one is Mill, and I think Mac Road goes east-west. But anyway, coming up the hill between whatever those 2 roads are, golf course on the top of the hill. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like and putting up with me for all these years. I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can't get 1,000 views on one of these beer reviews. The soju reviews are just whipping our butts. So if you like these things, share them everywhere. And yes, I would love to do collaboration beer reviews. So reach out and let's get it done. Thank you very much, and we'll see you. Goodbye.